5 days ago, Bill Clinton did a speech supporting and justifying the massacre by Israeli soldiers against Hamas. Let's be real, he's actually justifying the massacre against innocent Palestinian men, women and children. Before we start, I just want to state that earlier this year, the BBC had published an article stating that Bill Clinton was amongst high-profile figures named in the US court papers, detailing connections with late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. That's just food for thought. This is what Bill said a few days ago, and we'll break it down as he goes along.
The hardest issue here in Michigan is the Middle East. I understand why young Palestinian and Arab Americans in Michigan think too many people have died.
When he's referring to young Palestinian and Arab Americans, he's actually referring to Muslims. Stop beating around the bush, man up and be honest.
I get that. But if you lived in one of those kibbutzim in Israel, right next to Gaza, where the people there were the most pro-friendship with Palestine, most pro-two-state solution of any of the Israeli communities, were the ones right next to Gaza. And Hamas butchered them. And so then the people who criticize it are essentially saying, yeah, but look how many people you've killed in Ritalin. So how many is enough for you to kill to punish them for the terrible things they did? That all sounds nice until you realize, what would you do if it was your family and you hadn't done anything but support a homeland for the Palestinians, and one day they come for you and slaughter the people in your village?
This guy is talking absolute shit. It was the Palestinians who greeted the European Jews escaping World War II, which then eventually led to the Nakba, the displacement of almost 1 million Palestinians. Following the Nakba, we had 2005, 2012 and 2023. It's a joke to think that this man was once a US president.
You would say, well, you'll have to forgive me, I'm not keeping score that way. It isn't how many we've had to kill, because Hamas makes sure that they're shielded by civilians. They'll force you to kill civilians if you want to defend yourself. And I think part of it is that Hamas did not care about a homeland for the Palestinians. They wanted to kill Israelis and make Israel uninhabitable.
If you look at the history, and a simple Google search will show you that Palestinian Jews, Muslims and Christians lived in peace for well over 1,000 years. The first moving picture of Palestine shows successful business operating peacefully, a bustling train station and Jews, Christians and Muslims living and praying in the same community.
Well, I got news for them. They were there first. Before there was, their faith existed. They were there. In the time of King David, in the southernmost tribes had Judea and Samaria.
King David, also known as Dawood, a prophet and messenger for the Muslims. His name is stated in the Quran a number of times, so when ignorant Bill says his faith was there before the Muslims, he has no clue what he's talking about. I hope this video exposes the lies and filth that are portrayed in the media. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.